Good afternoon, everyone. How are you all doing? Thank you so much, everyone, for being here this afternoon. Here is your fourth stimulus check update and daily news report. Lawmakers in the Senate are scrambling to finish the new infrastructure bill ahead of a vote. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez said progressives will tank infrastructure bill without bold climate change provisions. So in a video later on tonight, I will be announcing the winners of this week's $75 Amazon gift card giveaway. Remember, it's not too late to enter the giveaway. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like this video, and also leave a comment below. Thank you so much, everyone. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer pressed lawmakers on Thursday to make progress on President Biden's agenda, setting up a vote on a $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill and demanding Democrats back a larger $3.5 trillion budget blueprint. After President Biden reached an agreement with a bipartisan group of senators on an infrastructure plan, many Democrats criticized how the deal cut out many care economy measures like elder care and affordable housing. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez of New York doubled down on those criticisms on Thursday, promising that progressives will tank the deal unless a separate bill full of care economy measures makes a cut too. Senate Democrats announced that they had reached such a deal, which they hope to pass in tandem with the infrastructure package through a political process known as reconciliation, which just requires a simple majority vote. And during a town hall meeting, Ocasio-Cortez said, "House progressives are standing up. We will tank the bipartisan infrastructure bill unless we will also pass the reconciliation bill." In a late-night announcement, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer stated that the Budget Committee had reached an agreement to allot $3.5 trillion for the spending package that would complete President Biden's infrastructure plan. Chuck Schumer said, "You add that to the $600 billion in a bipartisan plan, and you get to $4.1 trillion. Every major program that President Biden has asked for us is funded in a robust way."
What is in this bill is what we could agree to as infrastructure. But frankly, it's an old view of infrastructure. It's what we might have done 35 years ago. Roads, bridges, mass transit, to a certain extent, not as much as I would like, but nonetheless a good number. But it isn't about it has broadband in it, so that's one future issue, priority that is there. But quite frankly, for our obligation to our children, we have to have a greener infrastructure bill. We cannot have something that is of the past. And so that involves tax and the greening part of it is about a four-letter word: jobs, 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 jobs. And we have to think of it that way. And we can't just say, well, we're beholden to certain industries in our country, so let's bring everybody together.
Yes.
Let's bring everybody together, everybody at the table, whether it's business and labor, environmentalists, people of faith, scientists, venture capitalists, farmers, our ag community, so important to protecting our country. Because as you see, we have droughts, we have fires, we have floods, we have natural disasters are of a consequence that are just inconceivable. One of the floods they said was supposed to be a 1 in 1,000 years is 1 in 150,000 years is like 1 in 100 years. I mean, it's just changed. So part of the debate, whether you agree or not, but part of the debate is how do we have the greening aspects of it, which are not, shall we say, particularly popular on the other side of the aisle, but very popular in the country. So we have to make the bill greener to be more for this century than last century, which is, we have to make it more.
According to multiple news sources, Ocasio-Cortez said, "This bill is absolutely a progressive victory. If it wasn't for progressives in the House, we probably would be stuck with that tiny, pathetic, bipartisan bill alone." Bloomberg says that Democrats plan to pass the bill using reconciliation and can bypass a potential filibuster. But House Speaker Nancy Pelosi can afford to lose only I read that part. So everyone, Do you think Democrats should use a budget reconciliation process to pass the infrastructure bill? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. The budget will cover costs to expand Medicare, address climate change, childcare, and education, all big-ticket items deemed as human infrastructure that Republicans said they would reject. However, many of the specifics of the bill still need to be worked out. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez said, "If Joe Manchin and the Senate, if they approve our reconciliation bill, we will approve their bipartisan bill. And if they try to strip immigration reform, if they try to, claw back on childcare, climate action, etc., then we're at an impasse. It's a no-go." House Speaker Nancy Pelosi also said Thursday that the House may realign some of the provisions in the Senate package, which could risk support from moderates in both chambers. On June 24th, President Joe Biden announced that he had reached an agreement on an infrastructure plan with a bipartisan group of senators after weeks of negotiations, ending up with a plan that was just under $1 trillion, cutting over half of the president's original price tag. This led many Democrats, including Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, to say in order to win their support for the bipartisan deal, a reconciliation bill must be passed alongside it to get needed care economy measures to the American people. Pelosi had told reporters at the time, there ain't going to be an infrastructure bill unless we have the reconciliation bill passed by the United States Senate. President Biden even said during a press conference after he announced the agreement that the infrastructure deal and a reconciliation bill would work in tandem, but he later walked back those comments following fierce opposition from Republican lawmakers. Progressive lawmakers are still pushing for a reconciliation bill that they believe is urgent to meet the needs of the country, including addressing the climate crisis and their promise to shut down the bipartisan deal if the reconciliation bill is not passed at the same time, which imposes difficulties for the deal's future. The state of Indiana once again began paying the crisis unemployment benefits, including the $300 weekly supplement. This was after the State Court of Appeals earlier this week denied the state's attempt to keep them halted. Regina Ashley, the chief unemployment insurance officer at the State Department of Workforce Development, said that some 25,000 claimants have already received more than $33 million. The payments will be retroactive to the week ending June 26, she said. The state had stopped the pandemic unemployment programs as of June 19th. There were some 120,000 people who were affected. So that is the end of the video, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here this afternoon. I greatly appreciate you watching my video. I hope you found this video helpful. Remember that in a video later today, I will be announcing the winners of this week's $75 Amazon gift card giveaway. Remember also that it's not too late to enter the giveaway. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like this video, and also leave a comment below. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a very blessed Friday.